Well, hello everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Finally got a chance to get in and let's see what is going on with the case. Right now, we're on day 5, cross-examination, day 2 of Casey, and we'll see where this goes. Gonna get into it. What's going on right now? Trying to catch up. Okay, the prosecutors want the defense to finish the cross-examination by 4:30 Eastern today. So I guess they have a deadline uh, to see what they can glean from Miss Cassandra. Okay, let's quickly catch up. Defense asked to show Ventura videos of Combs talking to about God. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I guess that makes sense in a way. They're trying to show, um, you know, he's a reformed man. He's changed, guys. But I think what's interesting about this is that they are only showing um, these videos to Cassie and not to the jury. It's not going to be part of their evidence. But basically, but the audio could be heard, and Combs is heard saying, "Just keep you posted, cause I grow. I want you to know I'm growing, and I want you to grow with me." Right. So I don't know where that's going, but we already know why they're doing it. They're just trying to show that he is a good person. Nothing interesting there. Okay, let's see. The defense right now is trying to say, I guess they're trying to address the video from the 2016 hotel attack. And the defense right now is basically trying to establish that he was not in the right state of mind and he could have been intoxicated. And they're asking, her about it. And she's saying, yeah, I believe he was intoxicated. And everyone's different when they're intoxicated. That's what they're trying to say. The defense is trying to say, like, that he was blacked out, during that whole thing, and he didn't know what was going on. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know from your personal experiences or whatnot, at least for me personally, I've never gotten to the point where maybe I didn't go hard enough. Who knows? But I've never gone hard enough that I don't remember anything of the day. Like, that's like a real true blackout. What I always find very interesting though is that people always use that blackout defense when they do something terrible, or you know what I mean. I don't know. I just thought that's very interesting that people only use that I was blacked out a defense. I didn't know what was going on when they do something terrible. Let me know if you guys have ever gone to the point where you don't remember things, or I guess this would be more fun if you did something terrible and you do remember and you did use the blackout defense. That's saying that I don't remember crashing the car. What are you talking about? Defense. Okay. Let's see. I guess this is a text message that was sent out. I'm not a ragdoll. I'm someone's child. The jury sees text message that Ventura sends to Combs. Okay, let's see. Let's read this. This is the text message. When you get effed up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and you knock me around. I'm not a ragdoll. I'm someone's child. the message which was read out loud to court. Yep, that doesn't look good, guys. It does not look good. But again, the defense was saying earlier that this is all bad, and it's horrific. Again, we've all seen the video, but the defense was trying to highlight earlier that this is all bad, but it is not evidence of the charges that Mr. Combs is on the stand for right now, and which is true. But it looks bad, and it. Let's see. They got some more text messages. I don't know. They need a better way to do this, because I know a big problem yesterday is the defense kept showing text messages, and it seemed like the jury was getting bored of the stream of texts they were covering up. But I guess this is the main defense that the defense has right now, are these messages. So they're just gonna keep on, pounding them out. Let's see. Here's what else. Ventura and Combs text to each other after the days after the hotel thing. Okay, let's see. Let's just get into the message. In the messages, Combs expressed a desire to engage in some activities with Ventura. In a cross-examination, Ventura confirmed that she thought it was a little strange that he would be suggesting something a little more after what happened in the hotel. I mean, that is an interesting move. That is a move that you can do. I wouldn't be doing that, but that is something you can do. I do also find that very strange that literally, again, we've all seen the video, and just a few days later, you're just like texting like, "Hey, you up?" Kind of odd. Okay, let's see. What did Mr. Puff Daddy Love Combs say? I felt that way from Friday, referring to their time at the hotel. Combs wrote, "What are you doing? Not a good vibe. We need a different vibe. We need a different vibe than Friday," Ventura wrote. F Friday, lol, Combs wrote. I don't even want to do that again. Lol, true, Ventura responded. In the following messages, Combs referenced a card and told Ventura that he loved her. I love you, Ventura replied. That's what do we even do with what do we even do with that? That's crazy. I like you you have the video, right? That's what happened. It no one's just like no one's fighting what happened on the video. But supposedly these texts came a few days after. Um it just seems very weird. Again, we're not them, and we are just living our lives, looking through what we can get. But this is crazy. They seem like they're buddy buddies. Like I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I guess I'm trying to think, like, if you were her friend and this happened to your friend, and I was thinking like how girls, they usually like confide with their friends and whatnot, and like especially after something like this, they kind of group together and they support each other, right? And I was thinking like, and then your friend, that happens to your friend, and then you see these text messages come out like days after. I think I would be so upset at her. Like that's crazy. Again, uh, they seem, from reading these messages, they seem like they're buddy buddy literally days after. Again, the defense could be cherry picking the messages. There could be a whole lot of stuff that went on before all this, you know, but it just seems very odd. All right, what else? Okay, Ventura says Combs took her phone and passport and other possessions when he's angry with her. Okay, interesting. Oh, basically, what's going on is whenever Diddy gets suspicious that Cassie like hooks up with somebody or with somebody, he gets angry and he takes away all her stuff. I think that's she mentioned this before, but let's look into this a little bit. Okay, Ventura said Combs would take other possessions like her passport, her watch, when he was angry with her, and many times over other men she's dated over the years. Ventura confirmed. If I was with anyone besides him, she said, I don't know that I would call it cheating. When you're not with somebody, it's not cheating. I feel like it's a technicality. In a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, we weren't married, Ventura testified. I don't know how to take that. That's also very interesting. Again, they are trying to portray like they live this very like carefree swinger lifestyle. Um, I personally don't do that, so I wouldn't know. But to each his own. You know. Um, let's see. Defense attorney Anna Estavo asked Ventura if she remembered Combs taking her phone in 2013 after he suspected her with dancing with singer Chris Brown. Oh my god. Imagine being Chris Brown. And he's got his own problems right now. If you don't know, Chris Brown was arrested, I believe it was yesterday, um, in the UK. I gotta get my details straight on this. I just remember hearing about this. He was arrested in the UK over, I believe, a fight that he had, and he left, and he's got like tour dates in the UK right now. And when he landed, they got him. But imagine being him. He's got his own problems, and he's getting dragged in here. And then I'm pretty sure you've seen the memes and the pictures on the internet when they have the fans meet Chris Brown thing, and that's literally what I'm thinking about right now. As I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh, you get fans meet Chris Brown, and you know what happens. Let's see. Let's see. She didn't remember much about the incident besides the fact that she was not dancing with Chris Brown. In 2016, Combs took her phone when he learned she was dating another man. She testified they weren't really together at the time and were not in a great place. Hmm. Very interesting. Um. Okay, we're gonna move on. I mean, that just seems like. Oh, jury hears a recording of Ventura threatening a man who said he had explicit videos of her. Let's see, what's this about? Jury just heard a recording of Cassie captured of a conversation she's had with a man in Atlantic City in 2014. After he said he'd seen some interesting videos of her. Ventura addressed the incident direct in her. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's kind of early over here. I cannot read for anything. Ventura addressed the incident in her direct testimony, telling the jury that Sean Diddy Combs pushed her to get to the bottom of the situation. Oh my gosh, I thought it said pushed her into the bathroom room. Okay. In the recording, Ventura is heard threatening the man multiple times. Oh, this is not a good look. Okay, let's see. I'm going to you, and then I'm going to you again. Ventura is heard saying in the recording, whether there's whether there's a there was oh my gosh, whether there actually was a video or how the situation was resolved was not established during her testimony. Okay. See, Ventura testified that she believed a man had secretly taken a video of her and Combs during a freak off. She was concerned about it, and she told Combs, who said he'll take care of it, she testified. She confirmed that Combs was also concerned about the explicit videos himself getting out. Um, I think the main thing about this, what at least what the defense is trying to establish, is if she was so afraid of the videos getting out, and how I think days before she's saying like he's threatening to release the videos, and he's supposedly blackmailing her to release the videos. I'm pretty sure where the defense is going with this is why was he so, like, why would he stop the videos from getting out himself? Like, basically he's acting as a knight in shining armor and protecting her from the videos. And then again, he's involved in the videos too. He could be protecting himself, but I'm pretty sure that's where the defense is going with this. They want to like say that, hey, look, he's not threatening you to release the videos. He doesn't want the videos to get out. It doesn't look good on anybody. And in a way, hindsight is 2020. It didn't look good, right? Right now, no matter the outcome of this court case, we're always gonna think about Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Mr. Love, and the minute you bring up his name, baby lotion, baby oil is gonna come up. Like, literally, that's that's his reputation now. Even if he survives this, he's not gonna survive the baby oil. You know what I mean? So I can totally see that he doesn't want the videos coming out either, right? So he's done those. It's kind of like, in a way, how OJ survived his trial, but from that point on, the joke is always, OJ did it, or even Bill Cosby. The joke is, he's gonna get you. So I can see that. Okay, what's next? Okay, they used a service that was featured on a TV show. They were afraid that some of the people on the TV show might say something. Kind of interesting. Okay, this is newer. Ventura says she sought an inpatient treatment for her health problems and mental health problems in 2023. Okay, I think they're trying to establish um, that she was not well and she had a problem because oh, see, the next update, the next thing that the defense are bringing up now. So they brought up the fact that she went to rehab for her problems, and then after that they're bringing up messages. I believe these messages came up before, anyways. I think yesterday, but they're bringing it up again. These are messages that Diddy sent to Cassie in 2016, and it says here, I hate K. So you let me know when. Please don't be mad and think that that's all I want to do. Combs said, according to the text. A successful FO is when we remember and we don't be fiending to do it the right way. He continued. Okay. So basically, Combs is saying, hey, can we do this sober? And she's like, no, I need it. Right. I believe she said it before. Her choice was the K, and she said she needed to feel numb inside. But he's maybe they're trying to highlight the problem. Maybe she has a problem. And yeah, so that's very interesting. Okay. Oh, the jury, they went up for a short break. Let's see. They're bringing up more text messages. Let's see, what is these messages about? Okay, this is from 2010. The other issue that I see though is that they are like jumping around like crazy. I can't imagine being up there and having to jump around multiple different years of your life and trying to remember little minute details about different things. But I guess I'm pretty sure they went her lawyer team went over all this with her. But still, the fact that they're like they're jumping around everywhere makes it so hard. All right, anyways, text messages 2010 between Combs and Ventura. Defense is bringing up text messages about the freak offs. The conversation had already come up during Ventura's direct examination. She testified earlier this week. Is that she was going to tell Combs she didn't want to have freak offs anymore, but didn't because she didn't know how he was going to react. Okay, the jury saw the messages from over 3 days in April in which they discussed their relationship. Combs at one point said that they needed to do some soul searching this time. Ventura said she's not feeling loved, to which Combs responded in part, "You don't know what it's like to take care of me." Okay, kind of weird. Okay, here's the exact exchange. "I want to talk to you about something tomorrow. Go to sleep. I love you." Right, going to sleep. Love you. Combs. "Is it going to stress me out? What is it about?" I could totally imagine being him right now, and you're like, it's late at night because she said it's going to sleep, and you're like, "Oh, hey, baby, blah 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 blah," and then like, "I'm gonna tell you something tomorrow. Go to sleep," and he's like, "What? What? Is it gonna stress me out? What is it about? I need to know." That's Ventura. Freak off. It can wait. It's not a big deal. Now you don't want to do it anymore. Oh, I already know. You're so predictable. Okay. Really? Okay. Since that's definitely what it wait, since that's definitely what it was, we'll leave it at that. Then, since I'm so predictable, have a good night. Whatever, baby. I'm not going to play no games with you, and you ain't going to keep shutting me down. I'm not shutting you down. I never do. If anything, it's the other way around. I wasn't gonna say I didn't want to do it anymore. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What do we think about this? I think I've mentioned this a few times already yesterday. One big problem that um she's had is that she never explicitly communicated that she didn't want to do the freak offs anymore. Like say that I don't want to do it. Uh, you know what I mean? Because like just think about what we've seen before. I mean, again, this is defense side. They're most likely cherry picking moments, to try to get to try to get these responses. But what have we seen so far? It's like evidence that she's the one that orchestrated sometimes when Diddy was sick, or she kept it going. She said that she wanted to keep it going because if she didn't, she felt like she was gonna get replaced, and that could be seen as her using Diddy to climb the ladder. If she loses access to Diddy, where would her career be? Even though now that she's claiming that Diddy kept her career down because she had a 10 album deal, but only released one album, one mixtape album, you know. But you can also say that she would not have gotten the 10 album deal without Diddy, because 10 album deal is actually really, really big. Uh, but at the same time, I guess you could argue that since she's in a 10 album deal, she can never leave. It's multiple angles here. Uh, but and then so even in this text message here, they're saying that in a way that she doesn't really want to do it. If you really think about it, if you read it again, uh, he brought it up that she doesn't want to do it anymore, and she's kind of shut that down. Like, oh, what do you mean? That's not what I was gonna say. Like that's the vibe that I got. So she never actually says that. Hey, I don't want to do this anymore. And even after the hotel incident, if you see the messages after, they seem perfectly normal. Like their energy is just like they still want to be together. So I could totally see how he can argue that she is, like she never said that she doesn't like it. So I can totally see that argument that they're trying to make. Okay. The defense asks, "Do you hate Combs now?" And she said, "I don't hate him." Ventura testified, and then the defense attorney is like, "Do you still love? Do you still have love for him?" I I love the past and what it was. Okay, very interesting response. I mean, if you really want to nitpick her response there, if you you could someone can argue that if you love the past, if you have love for the past, but you said it's super traumatizing, how can you have love for the past like that? I don't know. I'm just trying to. It just seems very odd. Again, very odd. Very odd. Okay, where are we at now? Okay. Oh, we're finally catching up. We're gonna catch up to their lunch break and then try to think about what we've just seen so far, and maybe jump to some of the other places because every place has different coverage of this thing. All right. Or we could jump into some of the other news while they're on break. Ventura and Combs text about dating other people in 2018. So now we're getting very recent. 2018 is not that far ago. 7 years ago. Okay, let's see. They're going through more text messages between Cassie and Diddy Combs. Okay, in September 2018, there are rumors that she's heard him dating his yoga instructor. This is her text. I hear you're dating. I didn't know. Combs denied it, saying, "I'm not dating. Dating who? I'm not dating." That's a typical guy response. What are you talking about? Um, Richard response, maybe you've been going on dates all along, she said. She later said, I actually need to stop caring. Combs asked her, do you want to start dating? If you are, let's talk about it. At this point, Ventura was already dating her now husband. Her now husband, she had testified. Ventura also testified yesterday that a month earlier, in August 2018, she went to dinner with Combs for what she thought was a closure conversation. After the dinner, Combs drove her home, and Ventura said he forced her in her home. I don't know. Very odd. Okay, Ventura texts Combs, I'm lost without you, in October 2018. Okay. So I guess they're trying to establish the timeline now about this because it does seem uh, this was brought up yesterday as well, about the dinner that they had, and she's saying that he allegedly forced her, but then just a few days later or weeks later, they kind of like hook up consensually, and I guess they're trying to establish the timeline of that and put that together, saying that if he allegedly forced her like that, why would you continue to kind of like interact with that person? So let's talk about it again. Let's see. September, right? There's the text messages about dating happened in September. She's jealous that he is supposedly dating other people, and we already know that she's been dating her now husband, Alex Fine. Okay, and in August they have that dinner where she basically was trying to end it with him, and if I remember correctly, this is the dinner where he finds out that um, she's been dating the her personal trainer, now husband, and he asks for the money that he paid Alex back because which is in a way very understandable. If you paid money for your girlfriend to cheat on you or hook up with somebody, you would want that back. I don't know. Like I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't seem too far of an ask. Yeah, and then this is in October now. She texts Combs, "I'm lost without you." Okay, in a message from early 2000, October 2018, Sean Diddy Combs told Cassie he was going to fall back and call him when she needed him. Ventura responded that she wasn't sure how to handle things and said, in part, "I'm lost without you," according to the message read out in court. Okay, jury hears more messages about their relationship. Jury heard further messages from September 2018 in which Diddy Combs tells Cassie, "I want you to love me. I need you to love me. I do love you. I would just prefer not being one of your girlfriends anymore," Ventura responded, according to the text. Okay. In the messages, they both say they can't wait to see each other. Okay, this is in September. I wish they would say, is this before or after that dinner they had? Because this is in September. Okay, the next day, uh, she and Combs saw each other and, did the business. Her now husband called her on FaceTime while she was with Combs. She confirmed, "Oh my goodness." Okay, they're on break right now. And oh wait, let me say this before I go into this. Okay, defense attorney Ana Estavo suggests that she told her husband that this encounter was actually when Ventura said Combs forced her. "That wasn't the evening when I was forced," Ventura said on the stand. Oh my goodness. Wait. Let's let's read this again. This seems crazy. The next day, she and Combs saw each other and had, you know, her now husband called her on FaceTime while she was with Combs. She confirmed. Defense attorney suggests that she told her husband that this encounter was actually when Ventura said Combs forced her. "That wasn't the evening when I was forced," Ventura said on the stand. Okay, I- I'm gonna say that that guy, Mr. Alex Fine, the person, I don't know anything about this guy besides that he has some tattoos and he was a personal trainer. He must be so either in love or completely the strongest guy that you've ever met. I don't know. Because to show up, he's there right now. To show up to every single of these hearings, that the testimonies that his wife, with, she's got 3 kids now, pregnant wife, and hear these stories of so much urine that she's choking, the marathon day times that she's going through with uh big black sticks. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the mental image of all that. And then to f- to see that, while you're with her, she's still um running back to Diddy, and they have this relationship, and then to FaceTime her one of the times, and then you just, hear Diddy in the background going, you know, won't stop, can't stop, like, won't stop, can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, and he's like, was that Diddy back there? And she's like, oh my God, baby, he he forced his way in here. And then you're like, what did Diddy do? And he starts driving over there. But I don't know. Like, to hear these stories, that's it's insane. Because if you do the math, right? Um, they were together for 10 years, and then they were together since she was 19, and I think they didn't start having these parties until she was around 22. So, 7 years, and it seems like it, it was like maybe 3 times a week, right? 3 times a week for 7 years. Different people, sometimes same people all the time. That's like a lot. That's a lot, and it's a lot of baby oil. That's a lot of urine. That's a lot of fluids, you know. And to think that you have to go and go to bed next to her, and she's preggers right now, and be okay with that. I don't know. That's either a really strong guy, or I don't want to say it, to be honest, because I don't want to tear him down. I just can't. I don't want to tear him down. I'll just say that he must be a very strong guy to be able to put up with this and support her through all this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to say about that, because that's that's a lot. Okay, but other than that, they're on break right now. Um, I guess the main things that is, the defense is trying to establish that she is a willing participant. I mean, that's basically the name of the game for them right now. They're trying to get out of the blackmail. Like, I think here's the thing a lot about this, her part of this, because again, we're still very early. We're on day 5 of what's expected to be a month or 2 month long process, and there's going to be a lot of different witnesses. Uh, I've seen so many different coverages saying that they wanted to come out with a bang, and they wanted to use her first to kind of establish like the groundwork for everyone else, because they're saying that she is the cornerstone um, witness. But as we're going through her testimony, I don't feel like she's the main one. I think they said that there's 2 or 3 other witnesses that are gonna come up. There's like a Jane, a Mia, and all kinds of other names. Maybe they have more to do with the actual, like, meat of the case, because a lot of the stuff that she's saying so far, besides I'm kind of curious why they never really they never expanded on the Kid Cudi stuff. Because the Kid Cudi stuff shows more of the criminal enterprise. Like maybe he had someone do that for her or for him. Sorry, but that was never. She doesn't have like direct knowledge of that, so it's more like a he say. So I'm hoping there's someone else that comes in that can kind of fill that hole, between what's going on there. Let's see. The Oh, there's this part. I'm gonna go back a little bit that I find this very interesting. This is back when there was this guy threatening her that he said that he's got tapes of her and Diddy together at one of their parties, and he was threatening to release it. And they played a video of like Cassie kind of like yelling and shouting, and I guess a part of that was Cassie is caught on this audio saying, "It's my effing life. I'm going to you. I'm going to you. I will cut you up and I will hide you." And she's heard saying this. I have never anyone in my life, but I'm gonna you, and it's not going to be my hands. There's not going to be blood on my hands. It's going to be someone else. Okay. See, this does not look good for her at all. Because they're accusing Diddy of basically this crime, right? Of like like he's got a criminal enterprise, and if you're seeing this, you can you can see where the internet. There's a lot of people online. They're saying that how nice of her to enjoy the lifestyle, enjoy the power, enjoy the fame, enjoy the money, and then once she starts getting outside of the inner circle, you know how it goes. When you're inside the inner circle, you have access to all these things, and once you start getting outside, you get jealous and you get angry, and there's resentment and whatnot, and you kind of want to lash out. But there's people on the internet. They're saying that while she was on the inside, how much life was good, and then now that she's out, is that when she's starting to come out and attack. And seeing the statement saying that it's not going to be my hands, there's not going to be blood on my hands, it's going to be someone else, it's alluding to the fact that she knows that while she's with Diddy, she has access to goons, I want to say. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look good. I mean, maybe you can kind of argue that that's that's how they can say that, hey, he did have a criminal enterprise because she knew about it, and that's why she made these threats, because under normal circumstances I don't think she would have made these threats. If she was with her now husband, would she be making these threats of, I'm gonna take you out and it's not gonna be me? We'll find you anywhere, any place, anytime, that kind of thing. um and yeah, I mean, so far they should be wrapping up, right? They're on break right now. The judge said that they want this to wrap up by today, or at least her testimony. And that's the point I wanted to get to. I don't know if the prosecutor, the government, really wanted to go first with her. In a way, they were forced to go first with her, because she's preggers and she's gonna pop anytime. I don't know, because a big strategy is you want to save your best for last, because that's what the jury will remember, right? The last things that get said. So they would have naturally they would have had her in the middle or at the very end. I feel like not in the beginning, but they were forced to put it in the beginning. So maybe there's more uh, other witnesses that can kind of like shed some light on what's going on. Let's see what else. But also, as I was keep saying too, her testimony so far uh, does not have a lot to do with what he's actually charged with. He's not being charged with domestic violence, and the defense attorney kind of mentioned this in the beginning of today as well. Like, oh, this stuff is bad, but this is not evidence of racketeering and trafficking. But I have to say, what they did earlier, saying that sometimes they fly these people from out of the state, that is definitely trafficking. And I'm gonna say, if you learned anything from the Diddy trial, and there's that quote where they say that when great men fall, you should learn from their mistakes. If you're ever in this position of power influence and you want to engage in this kind of activity, it's not my thing. I'm just saying, if you're going to engage in this kind of activity, few notes to take is hire support the local economy is one thing. The next thing is is to I guess you don't need that much oil. I, all right, see you guys later. They're on break. I don't expect that much to break from this point to the end. Who knows? Maybe the minute I sign off and like something big comes up, but I highly doubt it. I think I'm done covering this for today. I'm gonna get to something else. All right, see you guys later.